guys, we're back. Excellent.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
I think we had some things we're resolving here. It is the morning, 2 days later. Everyone has their harm removed. You have one mission pool from Snitchin', which is pretty easy.
Stitching.
Yeah, so like the previous day, not only were you guys on like stand down for like medical leave and re-armoring and all that stuff, but the rain was like crazy. Trees were bending sideways, like the wind was super heavy. There was a plane left on the runway that started just to like roll from the heavy storm winds until they had like 14 people go out there with ropes and just drag it back in.
But has like shit washed off of the runway or more?
Yeah.
Onto
Actually,
it,
everything's
or...
pretty clean.
Oh, nice. I'm like fucking happy as a clam then.
You go outside in the rain with a shovel, you see all the shit flying away, and you're like, nice.
Like, it's good day. It's good day.
Yeah.
So we
So,
don't have to shovel shit.
with your rested state, you can take 2 actions before you incur harm, and you can take 5 actions before you incur 2 harm.
All right, I'm down. I am down. Arthur,
Yep.
what's the weather like right now?
It's a beautiful sunshiny day.
Perfect. Here's what I do,
Yep.
and you're gonna enjoy this.
But wait, first I gotta tell you, that wrecked plane takes 3 scrounges of repairs before it gets working. Yeah, Sergeant Katieva comes over, her sleeves are all rolled up. She's looking badass as a motherfucker, chewing on an American cigar, and she's just like, Lieutenant Petrovna, we got your piece of junk garbage reserve plane. You know, the one that Junior Lieutenant Demidov landed behind lines in a field, sideways, with scorch marks all up and down my beautiful finish?
I am not any more pleased about this outcome than you are, because more than likely it will be me who has to patch her back together. With the support of your mechanics, of course.
She's like, our mechanics are not going to touch that piece of shit.
Then it
Sasha's
should
not
be
going to
me.
get back in the air. Not without serious help.
I am not looking forward to the day's activities.
She shrugs and she's just like, it's hard out here for a bitch. And then she goes back to repairing something. And you see there's a woman in the background walking by with dumbbells. And another woman that's just lifting things. So what do you guys want to do?
All right.
Okay.
First thing I do, Arthur, I put on my best dress. Nice.
I like how
looking-
Virgil immediately is like, oh, tell
Yeah.
me more.
Put on my best dress, and I go see our good friend, Captain
Galunov.
Galunov.
Yeah, so you go on the base, and the desk sergeant, Boris Fedlateral, stops you, and he's like, excuse me, miss. We do not let civilians on the base.
Is there like some sort of like identification or something like that?
Yeah, I'm sure. You have papers.
Yeah, okay. I show him the papers, and I was like, it's actually a day off for us today.
So he's looking up and down your papers. He says, oh, I see you're in Squadron 2, Section A. That's interesting. You know, a number of members of Squadron 2, Section A have made deals with me and then never followed through with them.
Who are these ladies? Maybe I can help them.
So he
remind
gestures
them.
to the other gate guards, and one of them, like, cocks his rifle. He's like I said, we don't let civilians on this base, miss.
But I have my papers literally right here.
Oh!
Shh.
Oh.
Tell Lieutenant Petrovna I said hello.
All right.
Tell him our squadron gives up lots of tail and not to the Germans if he knows what you mean.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm going to act up like a lady.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, what was his name?
Desk Sergeant Boris Fedlateral.
Desk Sergeant Bilateral. That's very uncouth of you. I'm coming over here with the correct paperwork, and you just rip it up like a barbarian. I'm over here to see
He
one
looks
of your...
pleased when you say that. He's like, yeah, barbarian. Ladies love barbarians.
I'll have you know that I'm on my way to see your captain. Is that right?
Yeah, he just shrugs. He's like,
He is expecting me, and you have insulted someone that he is inspected.
he holds up the guest list. Your name is not on it. Just waving it in your face.
I like stamp my feet at him, and I'm just like, you will get out of my way right now, and I will pass on your message, but I will not forget what you've done to my paperwork. That was perfectly good paperwork. You know how long it'll take for me to requisition that again? And then I'm gonna roll my guts.
Yes. He's a desk sergeant, so he knows exactly how long. Oh, shucky ducky.
How the fuck, man? Come on.
There will be trouble. Yeah, they eject you immediately from the airbase.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And we see, like, Desk Sergeant Boris Fed Lateral, like, writing out on a sign that all women of the 218th are no longer allowed on
It's a
their
good
airfield.
thing we're a part of the
The
280.
the 588th, yeah. No 588th members are allowed onto the 219th Air Aviation Regiment barracks without permission of a ranking officer.
All right, then
Out of
I'm gonna
curiosity,
go.
how do you spell his last name again?
Galunov.
Golunov.
Boris Galunov. All right. Great.
Golunov.
Oh, you're talking about the guy at the desk?
Yeah, Desk Sergeant.
Desk Sergeant Boris Fed Lateral. I'll send it to you. It's gonna
Okay.
take you.
I just want to make sure it's right for the report.
I'm gonna write a letter to Captain Doluvanov.
Okay. All right. Your second action.
Yeah, I'm going to.
We hear the Scrub sad song playing. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah. Am I able to act up through a letter?
You can reach out through a letter.
Uh,
By the way, I just wanted to say that tonight's episode was sponsored by Big Kahuna Burger. Big Kahuna Burger. Man, that's a tasty burger. And Booty Sweat. It'll put that booty in your ass, motherfucker. Booty Sweat.
I'm sure those two companies would have loved to be known next.
Straight on the 2-3.
I won't do anything then. If my intention here is to fucking act up like a lady in front of him.
Yeah, I'll let you write it through a letter to just like.
No,
write.
I mean I'm not gonna bend the rules for this. So.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with you like writing. It's not gonna be a letter. It's gonna be more like a report, right?
Well, I mean the idea was that I was going to try and show him what could be a thing after the war, sort of.
Okay, you can do this in a letter, like. My dearest Captain Galunov,
Yeah.
our little dog Meteor. I see him running around in the yard.
It's
There's like a
literally
stick.
that.
You drew like a little stick figure family with like a little house and like a little sun.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
There's like a
beautiful.
nuclear power plant in the background.
I think maybe I see you writing the letter and
Jesus
like
Christ,
drawing
no,
the picture.
I'm sorry. You're not allowed to be everywhere and anywhere looking at
I just cry a little bit.
Well, no, it's an
I used to be
NKVD
with
informer, so like maybe she pops her head around a corner and is like taking notes on your letter, and then like tears splash under
Yeah.
her notebook.
The notes are like washed away by the tears.
And then at the end, I'll say, I was going to come see you today on the final day off that we had. I had the prettiest dress that I wish you could have seen, except...
It's a Taylor
the
Swift
sergeant,
sundress.
blah, 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 refused to let me in. He even destroyed my legitimate and well put together paperwork. I would behoove you to have a word with him if at all possible.
Okay.
Yours truly, Sonia.
Well,
And
guts be a lady tonight then.
here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to
Alright.
take?
So I get to choose one.
Oh yeah. That's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't get to be marked. Or maybe I can Oh, here's what I do. Maybe before I try and get someone to do what I want, I try and get a. Who's not doing anything today?
I'm just gonna be trying to add to the mission pool. Nothing.
Well, I
really
won't
Well-
be shoveling shit, so I'll probably maybe repair.
If we
Alright,
don't
so
have a good
maybe-
mission,
Maybe like Seraphima was there, like literally crying into a notepad or whatever when she saw my
Yeah.
letter. I'm just like, do you perchance think that you can deliver this for me? I know that they're not going to let the 588 in there, but you
Like-
might be able to get in.
Like,
Say no. Say no. Do it.
like,
Say no.
like
She's intentionally trying to get Mark by forcing you to do something.
yeah,
and then
I'd
you
be
saying
like,
no.
I'd be like, do you this favor for why? We've been banished from airfield.
Well, I mean,
This
you're
meta game.
more of a.
So-
You could probably get an unnoticed.
bear in mind, Seraphima,
I mean,
you will
I
be
feel like-
marked at the end of this as well. So this is a downside for you.
Yeah. We look over, like the camera zooms in on your mustache, sort of thing.
Yeah. So
And
wait, you said
maybe you won't get noticed as much.
Is this something we've just learned that Seraphima has a mustache?
No. it's
Oh
been-
no, I've said a few times I have like a little lady mustache.
Oh.
you know? Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I never caught that.
that's-
It would be
that's
awesome
knowledge.
if throughout the whole show it always showed her like eyes up or mouth down, and we've never seen it until this moment.
Or like the back of her, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or far enough away where you don't really notice it.
Yeah, it's always been like Wilson from Tool
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'd be offended though, and I'd be like, I'll be noticed anywhere I go. I'm a glorious Soviet woman, an air woman nonetheless. I'm like glowing beacon of hope for all Russians.
Okay.
You can walk your own letter.
You both take marks.
Hey, perfect. I'm going to take harsh lessons, Arthur.
You're taking Advance and Grow, and then you're taking Harsh
Oh, yeah.
Lessons.
That's what I'm
I'm interested to know what Seraphima's taking.
Well, let me look at my thing again. Jeez. Think I'm gonna ignore a problem until it overwhelms.
Oh God, what problem is it that you've been ignoring? I think it's probably something
A
with you and
mustache, no.
Tatiana.
Yeah, I think I'm like
it's not gonna be about shit shoveling. Damn it.
We've already established shit is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for now, like the runway might be clear, but there's still a herd of cattle off in the distance.
yeah, off in the.
All right,
I,
if that's what you
I
want.
glare at the cows in the distance like you don't come any closer, fucking cows.
Yeah, I think that if that's how you want to establish it, when next time you land, if you land, there's just gonna be nothing but streams of shit everywhere.
And the cows watching you come down, like with the smoke on their face.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. Is there anything else anyone would like to do that isn't staring at cows?
I'm gonna reach out to Tatiana.
You're gonna take a harm if you do that, because this is your
Okay,
third
so wait
action.
until Tatiana actually does some moves and establishes some harm before you
Okay.
reach out.
Okay, Tatiana, you're up.
So Tatiana, there's a lot to do, and she's already picked the mission that she wants to do tonight. She knows that it's going to be a rough mission, and it is one of those that is going to be very trying, and we're going to need to scrounge every little bit in order to get back in one piece. So she's going to make a tactical decision, and she's going to completely ignore the damaged plane. So they're going to be flying with 2 planes tonight instead of 3.
Okay.
And instead, she is going to be writing every official report she can manage in order to get all the resources and attention that she can get from high command. So, on that, I am going to first sit down and start at crack of dawn, start writing a report. And I add one to the mission pool, and I continue. I add one to the mission pool. I continue. I add one to the mission pool.
Okay. Mission
And
pool.
I continue. I've written 4 reports now. I've taken 1 harm.
You were on a roll tonight. You're just like,
And I am going to add another to the mission pool. And on
Before
top
you-
of that,
Before you finish your final one, before you take a second harm,
Yeah.
I would love to come in and do mine.
yep, no. That I was going to let you do that. But I get to choose 2 for this.
at the end of the night, you've got like a pencil nub.
So, out of
like,
curiosity, did I hear about the incident with you and Desk Sergeant Boris?
Well, that's what I was
Nadarko?
going to do. I was going to come in and tell you about it and then remove your harm that way.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So is
Yeah,
your
because-
last mission report going to be changing the truth of that situation?
No.
Oh,
But,
really?
Well, so we can probably have this role come in literally as she's finishing up her 3rd report and
Okay.
as she starts writing her 4th. So,
All right. So right now, your mission pool stands at 5. What have you written these reports on? Because I know you just got a lot of mechanical benefit out of it, but I want to know,
Okay.
when we flash back while you're using the mission pool, what is it exactly you've been acquiring?
So the first report, I am harping on the courage and valor of the 588th, how we have managed to successfully destroy every single one of our targets without failing a single mission, which is actually quite an accomplishment for our regiment. So
You immediately get a report back that just says, that's exactly what's expected of you.
yeah,
But it comes with a giant supply of ice cream.
fantastic. Okay. The second report is specifically on the quality of the ice cream and how amazing it was, and it improved the morale of the division so much. However, what might actually improve morale even more are slightly more powerful 500-pound bombs rather than the 250s that we're currently using.
Oh, you want the FABs or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Strap that shit up. So I write that report, and
So that stand for
I
a fat
include
ass bomb.
smiley face at the end, so they know that I'm happy about the ice cream. And send
Put a smiley face on the report.
the
The
third.
first instance of ever using an emoticon was made by the 588 Night Witches in World War One.
The third report is going to be specifically talking about what shall we be talking about? How the damage to the existing airplane is too severe to manage in a single day. We'll be devoting all available resources to getting it up and running after this current mission. However, for our current mission, what we could use are replacement fuel valves, as they are beginning to get a little rusty, and we would not want to have a repeat of previous missions' failure due to lack of fuel. So I write a report requesting an upgraded part, which will help us on our mission, theoretically get it. Okay, and so at this point, we have Sonia coming in,
Yep.
Yeah.
telling her tale of woe.
Just to
Yeah,
be clear here, by the way, FAB stands for like fragmentation aviation bomb.
Okay.
Not fat ass bomb, yo. Although I just
I'm on
want to
that
talk to our
badass bomb.
yeah, I just want to talk to our sponsors real quick. Booty Sweat would appreciate you dropping fat ass bombs all the time while you're protecting your neck.
Booty sweat.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream.
Get the money.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Alright, so Sonia comes in while Seraphima is like writing raps in the corner. It's her secret hobby.
yeah.
Yeah, I reach out and then I'm like, "Can you beatbox for me? I have a secret hobby."
I love the idea that you're like writing manuscripts to like
Yo.
someplace in New York City, and they eventually get discovered as like Wu-Tang Clan's first documents.
You know.
God damn. Anyway, so I knock on the door and I give her the widow salute, as I'm being told that is the correct way to do
Are
it.
you holding a bowl of ice cream?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
got
but
like
I'm-
ice cream on her face.
Yeah, I got like some around my face and stuff like that, and then I'm also sort of like sniffling a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and I come in and was like,
Sergeant Sonia, what is it that troubles you?
I'm still in my like nice dress, by the way, too.
This is a very pretty dress. I know you have done your hair up very nicely.
I know. Sorry, permission to speak freely.
In confidence, you may speak your mind.
I sit down and I like sort of unladylike sit down as well. Like no one's watching aside from other ladies.
Legs
so
spread and just be like,
no, sort of
You're
just like
spreading.
well, you know,
how else do
I
you sit
don't have
unladylike?
like my legs sort of lean to the side, whatever. You know, I just sort of sit down normally, and I'm just like I went to see Captain Golanov today, but what was his fucking name? God damn it!
Boris
Sergeant
Fed
Boris.
lateral.
Sergeant Death Sergeant Boris Fatally, Death Sergeant Fatalateral.
Sergeant asshole.
Close
That's
enough.
a lot. No,
Fataladdle.
Let's
It's
just
like a
run
very
with
thick
it.
Atlatl.
Just go.
That's Sergeant Boris.
Yeah, Death Sergeant Fatalateral stopped me at the gate and ripped up my papers. I just wanted to see him. I wanted him to see this dress too.
Sergeant Sonia, I assure you that slight against one in my squadron is a slight against all. I will see to this personally.
All right.
Are you going
And-
to pass along Boris's message?
You mean
She hasn't
you
asked
mean-
to pass along a message.
Yeah, if possible, could you also attach this letter to
Yes.
it and deliver it to Captain? All right, sweet.
No, I mean, Boris Fed lateral told you to, like...
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
and yeah, apparently he's owed favors or something. I don't understand what he's talking about.
Favors? What favors? Ah, wait, I think I know. One of the traitors in our regiment made a deal with him, I believe. Was it Sarah?
it-
Actually, like out of character, was it Sarah?
Actually,
it was
Sasha
Sonya.
and Sergova.
Yeah, it was Sasha and Sokova. Yeah.
Both
Sasha-
made deals with them, and both of them have either been incapacitated or killed without
Sargova?
finishing them.
Who's Sargova? Is that
Zerkova is
Zerkova.
Thor's first character.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
but,
Sarkova's
uh,
also dead, right?
That's the one I
Zarkova's
never met,
alive.
right?
Zerkova is in a coma in the
Oh,
hospital.
okay. So
Oh,
that
She
was the one
comes
I was
back
telling.
whenever we move forward.
Okay.
yeah, and at which point all those debts are gonna be cleared.
Yeah. All right. I will say.
Wait,
just-
didn't Sasha's debt get cleared when they moved? Anyway.
Nope.
Okay.
I like how you
We'll
guys
see it.
think the
We'll
debt
see
gets
if
cleared.
this-
No, debt
this
doesn't get
Sergeant
cleared
Boris-
just because you move ahead in time.
Okay.
You owe somebody, you pay.
But it's like way later.
Yeah, you still haven't paid.
Probably with interest. All right, so Tatiana tells Sonia, have no fear. Their Sergeant Boris Federatro will certainly reap the rewards of his deals with the 588.
Well, hang on. Before you say anything, let me roll
Okay.
because
Wait,
it
what
might not
significant new truth have you revealed?
that I'm trying to court.
Yeah, but we already knew that.
I mean, our characters didn't, but like that's
Okay, so is this like a thing that I have to?
It has to
okay.
be a significant new truth to like
yeah.
everybody.
This is supposed to further your character's story. I
Yeah.
think.
All right. How about this? Maybe my mother died at birth, giving birth to me because she waited too long to have children.
Oh shit, that's a fucking sad ass story,
Yeah,
man.
that also
Yeah.
explains a lot about
Wow.
your character, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead
That's
and
why
roll it
she's
then.
trying to. Yeah. And here we go.
Oh,
Wait, and then your dad raised you alone until when you were like 6 or 7. He died crashing a crop duster, and
Yep.
now you're a bomber in the fucking
Mhm.
Russian army.
Well, no, it was precisely a
Apart.
PO2. It was. A,
Oh, because those are the dust cropper like
Yep.
planes,
Yeah.
right? They just stab
and
bombs to 'em.
yeah, and the reason why he died was because he didn't maintain his plane, which is why Sonya knows a lot about the PO2s in particular. So
So you're removing one harm from both of you?
yes.
Okay, you're back down to one harm.
I think I'm done. To
Oh,
zero.
you're down to 0 harm. Right,
Yep.
right.
I have one more action than
I'm down to 0 harm as well.
You're removing the one harm from this very action from yourself. Yes.
Well, it
Much
was
appreciated.
specifically to remove the harm from
Yeah.
Tatiana.
All right, so the tone of this report is going to take on a much different narrative. Rather than talking about ice cream and equipment, Tatiana rails on the counter-revolutionary tendencies of Desk Sergeant Boris Fledrock and goes on about how the mark of a saboteur is not in deliberate destruction, but in slowing the wheels of bureaucracy to the point where it's impossible to do anything.
I love
She
how the
cites-
person who's writing report after report is like the slowing wheels of bureaucracy, completely unironically.
I would like to point out that her reports have gotten significant resources for the squadron for this upcoming mission. But yes,
Resources
I
that
see
could
the
have gone
irony
to
here.
others.
Yes, the bureaucracy of others. She goes on and talks about how Desk Sergeant Boris Feldratchel destroyed Soviet property in the tearing up of the registration papers of Sonia Kropman, and how his malice towards Soviet Russia has cost valuable resources and time and diverted resources from the war effort. Furthermore, he has managed to place himself in a situation in which he is actively turning away legitimate visitation requests from fellow Soviet airwomen. Basically going on about how this guy is completely obstructing everything.
Yeah.
Also mentioned about the 588s are now banned from
You know
whatever.
what's-
because
Yes,
it's-
how he has arbitrarily decided that the 588 squadron is banned
mean,
from
you could
sections of the
mention-
airbase. And so,
And
to
that
top
the
this all off,
Sections, just to be clear, you're banned
The
from
cherry?
their airbase.
their airbase. Yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, he has no authority to make that call.
Are you
He is a
sure?
desk sergeant.
That sounds
He's a
like
desk
exactly
sergeant.
the kind of
I
call.
outrank him. I can go past. I can literally go up to him and say, "Move aside," and if he refuses me, he will be shot for treason.
Maybe, but again, you guys are in different command structures.
We are, but
What were you saying, Thor,
are
by the way?
correct order.
And here's one final thing to
well-
remember: you're a woman.
Yeah. Does that
Well-
matter in terms of the rank structure?
Yes, sadly.
Does
Uh,
Okay. Either
The
way,
thing-
so what I'm
the
going
thing
to do,
The thing
I'm
I
gonna
wanted
add
to
one
point
mission
out
pool.
is
and
thing
then
I
I'm
wanted to
also
point
going
out
Hold on.
is-
What's Thor saying?
Come on,
First,
guys.
that's
Let
not-
Thor talk, man.
I'd like to point out the tiny little fact that not only did he ban her from entering, he tore up her papers,
Yeah,
which is
we
a
covered that.
huge thing in the Soviet bureaucracy, and had one of his men cock a rifle to intimidate, to make sure that she wasn't able to do anything about this. He
So
has
really, the substance of this report is honestly the major thing he did was tear up the papers, because that is actually like
that is huge in Soviet
so
bureaucracy.
this is going to be harm against him. Furthermore, I'm going to type out this report twice, deliver one to the regimental command, and walk over to Desk Sergeant Boris Feldratchel and hand him the report that I have just issued up to the high command. And I'm going to take out the chocolate bar that Sasha gave me, and I'm going to offer to him and says, "This may be the last sweet thing you ever taste. Enjoy."
He smiles at you and just starts eating the chocolate bar, sits back in his chair and puts his boots up on the desk.
Okay, and I walk away. He has taken a mark. And that's it.
So does
I
he
think
eat
you-
the
no,
whole
no,
laxative
is that a thing you
chocolate
can
bar?
actually do? I thought
yeah,
you were
that's
changing the
permanent
truth.
file. If you look at the Raven move, which I took, you can mark someone.
Okay, you mark him. Sure.
How many people have you killed now?
I want to be
people?
clear, though. I want to be clear. You have not changed the accepted truth of the situation, if that's the case. You may have marked him, but he's still going to be correct in everything he's done.
No, well,
Yeah,
But-
therein lies the rub.
I don't think it does, because the accepted truth of the situation is that he tore up papers and sent someone away. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not changing
but the
the truth.
accepted truth of the situation is that a man told a woman in a dress to get off of a military base.
All right, well then, scrap that mission pool, change the accepted truth of the situation. That,
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, you're going all in on this one.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
This guy
Yeah.
is gone. So, yes, I will change the accepted truth of the situation to match the substance of the report which I have just issued. Essentially, he is branded as a saboteur within the Russian ranks.
We'll see how this resolves later.
Yep. And with my last
Can I
action.
just say real quick? Holy fuck.
Yeah. That was an epic turn.
Yeah.
So Tatiana doesn't. Hey, Tatiana's a protector, and someone's after her girls. So this is the shit that happens when people mess with the 588. Anyway, so she writes one more report. at the end of this, just because. And gets another mission pool
What
and
the fuck
changes.
is with your rolls right
It's
now?
a +3. Like
Yeah, but
that's-
I rolled a +3 on my a +2 on my guts, and I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Yeah, I can hardly roll above like a 4. So
Are you
Yeah.
complaining you're getting mission pool here?
No, I'm just saying you have paid off the right chocolate bar to the roll 20 people. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and you know what? Just for good flavor, I'm gonna mark the guard that cocked the rifle at.
You don't even know his name.
I know, but I heard it from Sonia. I heard the whole story about.
But
how
she didn't know his name either.
I didn't know his name.
but there would be a record of the acting guard.
Oh,
on
of
duty at that
course.
particular time. So
All
I will
right.
mention the
So
name
I think
guard.
we'll resolve that one immediately.
Okay.
Like we get a little cutscene of like you delivering some paperwork, and then like 2 hours later, the Fade comes in, and he's basically sent to the brig for like 24 hours.
Nice.
Okay. Is that it?
That's reasonable.
Death
if he was
sentence is a
following.
24-hour brig sentence?
Don't worry, we'll get back
Alright.
to him.
We'll see it.
We already know that marking is a death sentence for him, so.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, and I gave him that chocolate bar because I never really trusted it. And I got it from Sasha. Sasha? Yeah. No, Sarah.